Okay, I know everybody's always looking for tricks, so to speak, and I'm going to show you one right now. I've gotten in all the places on those handles that I can get with a full-size belt. What I need now is a little bit thinner, smaller belt. Don't waste your time buying quote-unquote a belt splitter. You're wasting your money. Here's the seam on this belt, and this is usually only applicable to J weights and lighter, but find the seam on your belt, go above it and make a fold, then just grab a hold of the belt and go and you've got a thinner belt. The only thing I would recommend you do with this is once you have put it on the grinder, it's probably a good idea, once you put some tension on it, tension it up, and this edge is going to dig in. Somewhere around here I've got an old file laying around, or I did have. So what I'll use instead is just one of the knife blades that's laying around here. Turn the belt on, take a corner, come into the edge of that belt. Basically all you're going to do is kill that torn portion so it doesn't make cuts into your workpiece. And you can see all the little nicks it's putting in here. The reason that I went there is that allows me in these areas here to come in and to just blend those areas in a little more. This is where you need to watch the tension or the pressure that you put in on the belt, because all you're trying to do is just get things smoothed out and cleaned up. You're not really trying to cut anything with this 600 grit belt. And all I've done is taken what were the sharp corners here and here and just radius them off. Now you've got a nice smooth finger notch for your index finger in that. And that one's ready for the hand finishing bench. So now I'll just continue with the rest of these. And here's something I really don't like. If you look right in here, you can see a little bit of burn. That's just ironwood. So that'll be something I'll have to clean up by hand. One of the things I always recommend to my students is to let your hands be your eyes. A lot of times you can feel things that you really can't see at the grinder. I'm just checking for smoothness, sharp corners, things I need to radius off more, such as right in here. I'm also turning this in the light to see if I miss any scratches that are on this spine, and I can see a few cross hatches I don't like. Ideally, the more I can do here, the less I have to do at the finished bench by hand. That's not to say I won't do that, because quite personally I think nothing gives a knife more intrinsic value than hand finishing it. But again, it's all about working smarter, not harder. This particular knife is going to be a little different than the other three. Excuse me. The other three are simply going to get hand finished and then polished. This is macadamia wood. It's raw macadamia, which means what I'm going to have to do is put some kind of finish on it. And personally, my finish of choice for woods like this is True Oil. True Oil is one of those things that it takes a little bit of practice to figure out how to use it. Quite frankly, this handle won't be done with True Oil for at least 2 or 3 more days. I'll do anywhere between 8 and 15 coats of True Oil, allowing it to dry 2 hours in between each coat. And essentially, I'll show you how I put that on a little bit later. So for now, we're going to head to the finished bench and do some handwork.